about to leave. Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know.
My name is Sandra. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do a very quick date night makeup look, but it's going to be like full glam. So I want to have contour, I want to have lips, I want to have eyes, I want to have everything in a very short period of time. I literally have half an hour to do my makeup. So I'm going to do parts of the video in fast motion. I will leave everything listed down below so you can check out what makeup I've used in the video. I might just play music during that part and not even do a voiceover, and then I'll come back and explain what I'm doing for shadow. Before we do anything, I do want to share with you 3 palettes that I purchased recently. So 2 of them were from Oden's Eye, or maybe it was 4 palettes. Oh my goodness, it was 4. So 2 of them were from Sigma and 2 of them were from Oden's Eye. So the Sigma palettes, the first one I got was this Anne Nook Professional palette. And it's beautiful. I won't be using this one tonight, I don't think. There's one eye look that she has on the video. On the package, this like main one here with this color of eye. I love that, but I don't know how she accomplished that with these colors, but I do love it. I mean, I wish I could use something like that. I mean, I could try. Maybe I'll do that, because the other thing too is I want like a really, I think I want a wing liner. So maybe we'll come back to this palette, but this is what it looks like. Of course, these shadows here are my jam, but that is not the color palette that we're going with tonight. I want to use those colors tonight. I just, I don't think I have time to play with shadow that much. And because I am in such a rush. Oh, I wish I could though. Okay, the other palette I got from Sigma was the Enchanted Palette. This palette is an older palette. I have already used it once. But it's, I mean, it's beautiful. Like, oh, there's quite a few neutral colors in here as well I could use. So maybe I'll use that one too. I don't know. All right, so then for the Oden's Eye palette. So the first one, this is the cardboard that came in front of it here. So Oden's Eye is an amazing company with all of these amazing, really sparkly shadows. And I got a couple of palettes that actually have a lot of color in them. So this is called the Elva 2 eyeshadow palette. Very colorful. So it reminds me a little bit of a pastel palette. I did use this sparkly color in Red Deer. I did take it with me. So there's lots of blues here to pick from as well. There's a beautiful teal, beautiful green. These colors just saying my name. I love them. The second palette I got from Oden's Eye was Milani too. I think that's how you say it. I love this cover. Like, I pretty much bought that palette for the cover. This is the palette itself. And here's the palette colors. Let's pull this off. Like, aren't they beautiful? Like that purple, Hallucinations it's called, like just screams my name. And then this is like, I think it's like a shifty tone with like blue and purple in it. So pretty. But you see how they sparkle? Like, and the thing with these shadows, that they are very pigmented, but they also are very sparkly, for the sparkly shades anyway. So I just don't have time to play around too much right now, but I really want to. I also have, like, I've already used this palette and I've shown it in a previous haul. Oops. But with my Angela Bright palette. So I'm excited to kind of dig into all of these. I just, I don't see myself using this one right now. It is actually really pigmented, and it actually scares me a little bit using this. So I need to like maybe follow one of her makeup tutorials on YouTube just to kind of like get a similar look, because it just scares me. Like, the colors are so deep and rich and dark, and I don't want to like pop that on my eye right away. So I think what we'll do is start with skin. I normally always do like eye first, but I want to do skin just so it's done, because it's going to take a while. We're going to fast forward through this part, and I will, like I said, list everything that I've used. Let's get started.
Alright guys, so we are going to begin this makeup look with the Caudalie Beauty Elixir. This is going to prime the face. It is technically a toner. For primer, I'm using the So Blown Primer by Caliray. It just fills in your pores and just makes a nice smooth flat surface for your foundation base. For foundation, I'm using the KVD Good Apple Foundation Balm in 036 Medium, and just a little bit on my cheek area where I have a lot of pigmentation. My eye primer is Sigma Eyeshadow Base Primer in the shade Ignite. This really preps the eyelids for makeup and kind of allows the shadow to stay put in one spot. We're filling in the brows now with Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown and adding Benefit 24-Hour Brow Freeze on top. So I don't really overdo my brows. I really dislike how, here I'm singing, sorry, how people really blow out their brows and make them look airbrushed. That just isn't for my face shape. I prefer the natural looking brow. I am contouring with my Tarte Tartiest Pro Glow palette. I do apologize, this palette is no longer available. I purchased this a number of years ago, but I am using, I think it's my only actual contour with a cream contour in it. And I find I usually go to this contour color because it is more of a gray tone compared to, honestly, compared to like a bronze. I don't bronze contour, I contour with more of a gray based tone. So I'm doing underneath the chin, underneath the lip, underneath the jawline, the cheeks, around the perimeter of my forehead and my temples, and on my nose. And then once I add some concealer and do some highlighting here, I will go back in and blend it out. But instead of just concealing, I am highlighting my face, as you can see, blending it all out with my concealer brush. I'm using the Kosas Cloudset, or sorry, not Cloudset, the Kosas Creamy Revealer Concealer for this step. It's probably one of the best concealers I found out there, period. It does not crease on me. I used to love Shape Tape. It's like Shape Tape without the creasing, basically. The coverage is amazing. I don't have to use a color corrector underneath, and I always used to use like an orange one to correct my under eye circles, but this concealer is amazing. For blush, I'm using the Nudestix Nudies Matte in Beach Babe. And this is like a bronzy, rosy glow, and it just looks so good. It is a cream stick, so you have to blend it out. And then I will go in with a blush. I think I put a powder blush on top of it after I've got the makeup set. So to set my makeup, I'm using the Kosas Cloudset powder in Feathery. And here I'm adding some glow on top. So I go in with the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. The shade is 4.0 medium. I believe you can still buy that product, but you can actually add it on top of powder or underneath, and it just gives the most perfect glow. So I'm going back in to set a little bit more. And I think here I'm using the Jeffree Star Magic Star Luminous powder in Beige just to give my face a little bit of that extra glow. I'm going back into the Tarte palette to add some of the powder contour on top just to build up that color a tiny bit. And then for the powder blush on top of the cream, I'm using the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso. That was like a cult favorite back in the day. For highlighter, I think I'm going in with the same palette, lining my eyes with the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Dimensional Dark Brown 612, I believe the color is. And then I go off camera to do the rest of my eyes. And I usually don't show I don't show the mascara on camera or lashes. For lips, we're using the Rare Beauty Lip Pencil in Kind Words with the matching lipstick. I really enjoy this color of pencil. I feel like I don't really know what color it is. Like, you know, a lot of the lip colors and eye pencils have like weird names. Like Kind Words doesn't really tell you what color it is, but this color just suits my complexion so well, and it's such a nice lipstick. It's kind of between a creamy and a matte shade. And then on top I'm using the Fenty Gloss Balm in Fenty Glow. This is like the original one I've purchased, and it's so pretty on top of this. Like the color combination is amazing. So here I am drinking my wine and doing some dancing and some singing because that's what I love to do when I'm doing a voiceover video. And I'm going into the Sigma Enchanted Palette. So I really love to play around. And that's kind of like when I first get a palette, I just love the possibilities, right? You can do anything that you want. And a lot of times if I look online to figure out a look beforehand, I get intimidated, especially like I did with the Angela Bright palette. I'd seen so many videos with her making looks from her palette, and then I felt like I couldn't do something original because like everything that could be done had been done. So I like I know this is an older palette, but I do like the idea of going in and just doing what I want to do. So I'm just kind of giving my eye some definition with some mid-tone browns and mid-tone rose colors, mauve colors here. And then I'm blending out the lower lash line and adding this sparkle on top. And I think I add some gold on the lower lash on the inner corner, because every time you add some sparkle right there on the lower inner corner, it just, I don't know, it just gives something for your eye. So I'm just giving the outer corner a little bit more dimension here. I feel like I lost a little bit of that when I applied all of the sparkles on top. And yeah, going back in with this palette, because this palette is amazing, to add some inner corner highlight. Okay, and I add a little bit to the brow bone as well. And there I go, getting some of that gold color and putting it right there. Just see where it is. It's right in that little area, and it doesn't matter what color it is, you guys. If you put that on your lower lash line, your eyes seem to sparkle. It's just the most amazing technique. So I'm just blending out the shadow a bit so it's not like too harsh of a line on the outside corner. Lining my eyes with the Too Faced Better Than Sex Black Liquid Liner. My favorite liner by far compared to any that I have ever used. And I did try going in with a wing this time on my own instead of using tape. One of the last makeup videos I did was I actually used tape because I was nervous about trying to get the line like the right angle on both eyes to make it matching, but I think I did pretty good here. I'm actually pretty confident that I could do this again. And I'm not really huge into wing liner, but you know what? I did pretty good. So next is mascara, and there we go. It's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoy this makeup tutorial. If you did, give the video a like. If you are new, please subscribe, click on the bell button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Already packing, come with me. I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we